Easiest backlinks you can build for SaaS companies. But before you can understand and learn this strategy, you first need to understand the big problems that SaaS companies have, which is that they need a lot of content to drive awareness for their SaaS product, a lot of top of the funnel keywords, a lot of content to bring a lot of people to understand and learn that they need the product that they offer. And this content needs a lot of power. So with that problem also comes big opportunities for SaaS companies. So for established and growing SaaS companies, you can make a lot of noise. The very nature of the SaaS product is very disruptive oftentimes. And because of that, a lot of people are going to be talking about it. And combine that with the amount of content that you need to cover all of the top of funnel keywords, you're going to get a lot of people and coverage and mentions of your product, of your company brand. Even if you have massive power, you need to leverage each and every mention on the web in order to be successful. So it doesn't matter if you have a big site and you think that you have enough power. You're fooling yourself if you think that you have a lot of power, you don't need to build any more backlinks. Okay, if you can build an extra 10% of backlinks and you already have a phenomenal backlink profile, that's going to give you an edge over your competition. And if you're not utilizing this strategy, then the joke's on you, because these backlinks are literally yours for the taking. Again, I stand by it. These are the easiest backlinks you can build for your SaaS company. So with that said, let's jump right into it. So the strategy is mention link building. Okay, and a lot of people do this wrong. So what is mention link building? It's when people blog about you or mention you on the web, but they don't link out to you. They're already talking about you. There's no effort on your part to get them to do this. This just happens naturally, again, because of the noise that you're making in your market. And it's the easiest link you can build, hands down. And this strategy is ongoing. So it doesn't mean if you just do it once, then, oh, okay, I'm good. You need to be doing it consistently. And it does not take a lot of time. If you have one person on your team that you can dedicate this to, and once a week they can check and they're good to go. Over time, you can reap massive amount of backlinks to your site. And I talk to SaaS companies all the time and they say, oh yeah, we do mention link building. And then I do a very quick search using a strategy I'm going to share with you in this video. And there are backlinks that they have not gotten yet and they did not know about. So don't brush this under the rug. You need to take advantage of this if you want to have an edge over your competition. And you really have no excuse. All right, so there's two types of mentions that you can go after. The first is the brand mention. And this is the first type of mention. So people will blog and mention your brand. It goes hand in hand with public relations efforts. And so a lot of the sites that are going to be talking about this are like publications, news sites, and tech sites. And the second type of mention is the name mention for key figures in the company. Maybe there's a personality figure for your company. There's an executive of a company. The content marketing efforts drive these mentions. The point is, whether it's a CEO or a chief marketing officer, or again, the personality figure of a company, if they're making content for your brand and people start mentioning that person, that's an opportunity that you can go after for these mention link building opportunities. All right, so this is the easiest SaaS link building process in the world. And the simplicity doesn't reflect the huge returns you get from the strategy. I'm going to go over it real quick right now. Step 1, get set up with mention monitoring. And I'm going to show you that in the next slide. Step 2, get alerted automatically when people give you unlinked mentions. And step 3, reach out to these people and ask them to link out to you. That's it. It's very simple. At the end of this video, I'm going to be giving you another strategy to help you find the stragglers that a lot of these mention monitoring type tools won't be able to help you with. It's just a little extra icing on the top. And when all is said and done, if you're able to get an extra 20 links from really powerful websites once a year, once every month, it's a no-brainer. All right, so how to monitor for your SaaS mentions. So sign up with the tool. It's really simple. You can go with Google Alerts. You can do mention.com or muckrack.com. Now, muckrack.com is actually the most expensive, but it's the most robust mention alert software out there. And when you sign up to any of them, you're going to be alerted based on the parameters you set with these tools. So if you say, hey, every time my brand is mentioned, or my domain name is mentioned, or Phil Jones, the public speaker for my company, or the guy that does a lot of content marketing for my company, and he gets in front of a camera, or he writes about a lot of content on my blog. If any of these people get mentioned, I'm going to be made aware of it through these tools. It's really simple. So how do you approach these people? So a simple email will suffice. So something like this: hi, first name, I noticed you mentioned my website, me, or my brand on your website, and then provide the link right here. where they mentioned it. And then you can just say something like, thanks a ton. I really appreciate the love. It's nice to see other people like yourself sharing our brand, my content, or company, whichever applies, with your audience. I'm reaching out because I was hoping you could link back for attribution purposes. Would you be open to that? The best place to link it to would be, and then you put the link right there and then put thanks and then put your signature. Again, it's really not that hard. Now, the last strategy, put this up. The last strategy is actually really cool. I'm really excited about it. And again, I know a lot of SaaS companies aren't doing this, even if they say they're engaged and mention link building. A lot of SaaS companies aren't doing this because there's so many low-hanging fruit link opportunities that they could absolutely get a link from if they just knew how to find it. And this last strategy is one of the advanced strategies that you can do to find unlinked mentions on the web for your brand or your company. So go to ahrefs.com. and go to Content Explorer and then type this in, site name in parentheses. So put your site name like sellbright.com as an example, and then put -site : and then put sellbright.com right there, or the site name. And then filter for highlight unlinked domains. So I'm going to show you real quick. So right here, and I'm using Sellbright as an example. I hope you guys don't mind. So this is the Content Explorer for Ahrefs. As you can see in parentheses, -site : sellbright.com. Go and click search. And what's going to do is it's going to show every single website that has mentioned Sellbright but is not linking to it. Now, I've actually gone through these results, for instance, and there are a few instances where they are linked out to Sellbright. It's just the nature of it. It comes with using a tool like this. It's not going to be precise every time, but it absolutely will help you find a lot of unlinked mentions on these web pages. And as you can see, a high DR of 94, 87, 74, 84. But as you can see, there's a lot of high domain rating websites that are mentioning Sellbright, but they're not linking out to them. And again, yes, a lot of these do link out to Sellbright. What you can do is this, highlight unlinked domains. And you can do Sellbright, I'm going to spell it right actually, .com, and click apply. And what this is going to do is it's going to highlight all the URLs, all the actual domains that have never linked to sellbright.com. And so if you're in a hurry and you don't want to go through each and every single one of these results, you can go ahead and do this functionality right here. And it's going to allow you to find only the domains that for sure definitely have never linked out to Sellbright. And of course, Google loves that. Google loves seeing that a website has gotten a brand new link from a brand new domain that has never linked out to them. That's going to equal more power and overall drive a lot more organic traffic and higher rankings down the road. Even if you have a lot of power to your site, this is still a strategy that's worth going for. Because look at this, sitevoterreport.com. That's a 74 right here. This one right here. Oh, DeviantArt, that's not too good. VentureBeat, for instance, that's a 90. Let's see here, moneycontrol.com, that's a DR of 83. So as you can see here, these are some killer websites that are not linking to them, but they're talking about them. So what you can do is you can go and find each of these people, go find their contact information, go send that email that I sent out, and you should be good to go. If you want to take it further, you can go ahead and filter this even more so. You can add a filter, go to domain rating. Let's say you only want to look at domains from a domain rating of 30 and up. So you just go and type it there, click apply. And what it's going to do is it's going to filter all the websites with a domain rating that's less than 30. And so that way you don't have to waste your time. Yes, if you do have a bigger site, I think go for it. As long as you know how to find like an actual healthy backlink profile from a healthy domain, even if it's less than 30, if it's like a DR of 20, I think it's still worth going for it. Even if you have 1,000 referring domains pointing to your site, again, all of this adds up. But if you're short on time, you can filter it that way. You can filter it by organic traffic. You can do a lot of things so you can really focus your time and efforts on the backlinks that will move the needle. And this is how you find the easiest backlinks you can build for SaaS companies.